when people don't think that it's possible to buy a home, come talk to a mortgage lender. I'm sitting here with Dee Horton of Statewide Mortgage out here in LaGrange, Georgia, and Dee and I have done a few deals together, and she's done close to 3,000 deals in her lifetime as a mortgage lender. So, Dee, how long have you been in the mortgage industry?
Well, I've been an originator for 17 years
Okay.
and been with Statewide Mortgage for 16,
Okay.
and which is something in this industry to stay with a company for a long period of time. The reason that I enjoy being here is because of the amazing staff that we have, the aggressive pricing that we have. Our our way of doing business is to do what's right and to take care of people, whatever that means, and to work with those that may otherwise not get a home.
So I like to ask crazy questions. So, and you might not be able to tell me with doing near 3,000 loans. What's the craziest story you could tell me that you've ever dealt with that's just top of mind
Yeah.
in the mortgage industry?
To pinpoint one is probably difficult. I mean, we've had some recently. I've got one right now, a vet, and he was actually with another lender, and his rate was a point plus more than what I'm able to offer him, and his fees were more. And he's just so appreciative because his payment is now manageable, and he's not bringing funds to closing. So it was just a night and day, and I do a lot of that. Talk with people that are either in a process with someone else or who have been quoted something else, and because we're more a little more aggressive, it makes the whole process more affordable, which is important, especially with the rates the way they are today. So, but and there are others where rescue files is what we call them when they come in short term.
Yeah.
You know, I get a call from an agent. Hey, I've got this file. It went left with this lender for whatever reason. Can you take care of it? And you got about 5 days to get it ready.
Yeah.
And that happens. So we take a file from start to finish, and usually less than 10 business days in a rescue case like that. So there are a lot of those.
Yeah.
So.
You recently did one for me. There was something going on, I guess, with the underwriter, and you switched underwriters due to lack of communication, and we got it done a couple days later,
yes.
but it was a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
And
so to that point, your relationships matter. I have amazing relationships with the underwriters. We're a wholesale lender, so that means that I have access to multiple investors, and those investors have different underwriters. They have different rate structures. They have different niches. So my job is to find the right lender for the individual. Okay. So in this case, the underwriter that I utilize all the time was unavailable when that file was started. So I had to go with a secondary option for me.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, the communication just wasn't there. And, the borrower and I talked about it, and we were like, I said, if I had the time, I would flip this to a different underwriter and have this done in no time. And she said, well, let's do it. And through that process, we were able to cut her rate by a quarter and also change up her insurance. So we actually cut her mortgage payment by $75. And that might not sound like a lot, but it is a lot for this borrower because she's embarking on a new chapter in her life, and this payment was important to her.
Yeah.
So that's just one.
Yeah.
And that was recent.
Yeah.
We closed that this week.
You're a life changer for a lot of people.
Yeah.
What is one of your most memorable clients or situations that you've kind of experienced?
The most appreciative ones that are just, and it's usually the first time home buyers that didn't think they had a chance, and then you're able to tell them, yes, you can do this, and then they're all excited about it and it becomes affordable. Those are the most memorable ones. I did have one, this was years ago, one first time home buyer struggling when rates were super low. She bought a HUD foreclosure, if I remember right. So I helped manage getting all the repairs done, helped get the contractor in and out of there. And then I ended up buying her some furniture and appliances to go in there.
Oh, wow.
Because she just did not. I mean, she was literally starting from zero.
Yeah.
And I just had the ability. We had my daughter and I do a lot of thrifting and stuff, and so during that time, she just didn't have it, and she needed a few things. So we thrifted some stuff. We were big going to auctions and having a big time. So just helped her in that way.
Okay.
So that was nice, and she was very appreciative, obviously.
Well,
But
so outside of mortgage lending and making people's days, what's one of the biggest challenges that you face like in the mortgage industry? Is it people that just don't understand the process and are overwhelmed with?
I think the biggest challenge that we probably see is education. People not knowing if they can purchase or not. So when they talk to someone that they trust, they can find out what documentation is required. We take a look at credit to see what's happening there, what they can qualify for. It's important that your originator review all your documentation and let you know what programs are best for you, that sort of thing. And then if you don't qualify currently, what can you do to get there? Could take 6 months to a year, just kind of depends on the scenario. So that's what it's the main thing we do. So to reach out to us, if you're interested in getting a pre-qualification or seeing if you can purchase at all, you can reach me at 706-302-7355. That's my cell phone number. Email the letter D Horton at statewidemortgage.com. Reach me there. We do have a Facebook page, so just seek us out there at Statewide Mortgage. And we do have getting started on a YouTube channel, which is going to be full of educational videos and things so that people can, research at their own pace and see what resources are available.
Yeah.
So
lastly, Dee, just before we cut it off, I'm part of the Terri Kelley group, and you're one of our preferred lenders that we do a lot of business with.
Yes.
What states do you guys cover?
Oh, that's a great question. Georgia. Now, I am personally licensed in Georgia, Alabama, Florida, and Tennessee, and South Carolina. Okay, those are my states. The company as a whole is licensed in multiple states. I want to say and I don't know exactly, but I want to say there might be 17 or so states, including Texas and California.
Oh, wow.
And a lot up in the Northeast, so all of the Southeast. So, yeah.
Okay.
Quite a bit. So if you have a need, reach out. If I can't handle it, probably find somebody that can.
Yeah. So that's good to know. Well,
yeah.
I really appreciate your time today.
Absolutely.
I've enjoyed coming out to LaGrange and just getting to see this beautiful office. It's an old historical home, so it's got a lot of character to it.
We love it. We bought this house in 2010. We bought this. It's called the Carey House. It's was built in, I want to say, 1837. My husband, who has also worked here with me and is now retired, but can tell you all about this house. I mean, he used to give tours of the house. There's some special artifacts inside and some glass etchings and stuff, and he can tell you all about it.
Awesome.
So, but we do enjoy being in this community and helping all of our Georgia, Alabama friends.
Well, thank you again, Dee.
Absolutely.